Take a look at the new car sales charts in Australia right now, and there's one very unmistakable trend. The SUV is in overdrive, and it's the compact SUV in particular that's really pushing the demand. Mazda's CX-3 is at the top of the list for many prospective buyers, touted as the ultimate urban runabout. But what's it like on country roads? Well, let's find out.
The CX-3 range starts at $19,990 for the front drive manual Neo. However, that model lacks much of the standard equipment found on other variants, including a larger 7-inch display screen, a reversing camera and blind spot monitoring.
For that reason, this front drive CX-3 Maxx is the most popular variant in the range, starting at $22,890 plus on-road costs. Let's take a look inside. Well, there are no major complaints from the driver's seat. For one, you're actually quite low set in the cockpit and the outward vision is great, which means you can really quickly gel with the proportions of this car. The front seats are comfy and supportive, and there's an assortment of USB and charging points along with plenty of space. I do have a couple of gripes. For one, you don't get a digital speedo on the CX-3, which I think you really should for any modern car nowadays with the enforcement of speed limits. The other thing, there's no centre armrest to lean on, which you probably notice during longer journeys. Now this is where the CX-3 will begin to lose some of its appeal for many people. The back seat is tight, which isn't surprising given its 4.2 metre overall length. I've got this front seat set to my short little legs, and even then it's quite snug in the rear, and there are no face level air vents.
The CX-3's 264-litre boot doesn't exactly set the world on fire, though you can squeeze in a couple of overnight bags. More impressive is the CX-3's 5-star safety rating, bolstered by items including full airbag coverage, automated emergency braking and rear cross traffic alert. The Mazda's MZD Connect infotainment system is likewise functional. However, fitment of Apple CarPlay at this price point would be ideal. Fitted with a 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, the CX-3 produces 109 kilowatts and 192 newton metres. Decent figures given its compact 1,226 kilogram curb weight.
That 2-litre engine can get a little noisy as you climb to the top of the dial, and there is ever-present road noise inside the cabin, particularly on coarse chip bitumen. But in saying that, the driving experience in the CX-3 is generally a really enjoyable one. This car's steering and body control are what I consider to be the best in this segment. That elevated ride height is one consideration, but all in all, this thing does drive and handle like an everyday hatchback. One thing I'm not quite as sure about is that fuel claim of 6.1 litres per 100 Ks. We've actually used closer to 8.5 litres in a mix of conditions.
Riding on 16-inch wheels, the Mazda is nicely isolated from bumps in the road, and surprisingly for a small car, it doesn't get particularly thrown around on B-grade country surfaces either. Instead, it feels planted and secure. Those credentials help to cement the CX-3's open road standing. It goes to show that this little SUV is still at home outside the big smoke.